Hi, and welcome to our 35th episode. And my name is Sufyan Yousaid, and I'm in conversation with the Dean and Director of Six Cricket Academy, Mr. Karthik Jeshwanth. Welcome, sir.
Thank you.
In today's episode, we have three topics: one on one cricket, role of parents, and how do we realistically plan for a cricket career. Mr. Jeshwanth, in our last episode, you spoke about one on one cricket and how important it is and how early it should start. Recently, there was a video from Mr. Robin Uthappa, who you have been his mentor. You've coached him through his younger days. Could you just give us a depth into it?
Yeah, I will take this in two parts. One is about Robin Uthappa, and the second is about one-on-one cricket. See, Robin Uthappa was a kind of a out-of-the-box thinking cricketer. So he was probably the first cricketer in India to have seen value in one-on-one cricket. But the important part is when is missing. When? When did he take up a one-on-one coach's help? Was about when he was an international cricketer, when he was already playing for the country. Now the question here is about parents of young children who are asking about when do we start one-on-one coaching or is it required and all that. So coming back to Robin started this one-on-one coaching when he was playing for the country, and at that time, yes, it is of lot of use. One, and second thing is, I've had the privilege of coaching Robin Uthappa from the age of 13. From the age of 13, when he was a wicketkeeper, batsman, and I remember him, taking out his pads and going and bowling. He was a very exuberant kid. So so from there, I was his coach when he made his debut in the Ranji Trophy. Then I was his one-on-one coach, or I wouldn't say a one-on-one coach, probably a mentor, even now, which I am. And also when he was playing in the IPL, especially for the IPL, the Chennai Super Kings, I was his mentor. I was his one-on-one coach. So it is not that there are value in that. But now coming to the time as to when do we start. It is like coming to the second part where I'm addressing the parents of these young cricketers. I'll give an example. A plant requires, let's say, a bucket of water. Now, if you give 10 buckets of water to the same plant, what is going to happen? I won't like to explain that. I think parents will understand that. But does that plant need 10 buckets of water sometime? Yes, it needs. But when? Much later. So that is where when we are starting, because it's a team sport. When it comes to one-on-one, what happens is you are in a very pampered, you're growing in a very pampered atmosphere, whereas sport is all competitive. So it doesn't work. You will not get. There is no consequence for one-on-one. What I'm assuming one-on-one is about that sidearm throwing, where a coach stands and just throws the ball, where you get out, no one to question you, there are no consequences, you just pay the person something, and then also they're throwing at you. So now the good part about us, to develop a skill, repetition is very important. There's no doubt about it. Yes, this helps in repetition. But the bigger thing is about decision making, consequences, handling pressure. All this is missing. And I'm sure that takes a larger role as you climb the ladder in cricket as far as making a career. Now, one more thing, I would like the parents to take an informed call on. Just go Google, just see the current Indian test team or current Indian team, who are the players who are playing, and at the young age of their children's age, how many of them have gone through one-on-one coaching and how many could afford one-on-one coaching. See, the affordability factor also comes in. So if you look at it, I don't see many who have undergone one-on-one coaching at a very young age. Yes, after a certain age, and I'm sure everybody would have gone through that one-on-one age. Now, what is that age, you may ask? That is what the question is about. When does it start?
Right age.
When is the right age? It is not about age. It is about, have you reached something? See, there is developmental stage of cricket, a professional stage of cricket. Have you reached the professional stage of cricket, or at least just slightly below that? That is when you got to. Now, to make it even more simpler, if your son or daughter is being selected in the age group or looked upon as one of the best in the age groups, where the state teams pick you, then you go further. I think that is the time where you need more one-on-one focus, because more one-on-one should be more, psychological, where it helps that mental ability of the player to develop apart from the reputations. So that is what is my this one. So don't fall for it, because my experience as a coach, where I'm on the coaching field for a long time, I have not seen many of these kids who have been hopping academies, hopping through coaches, are nowhere. It is just because they're not able to progress, or they're not able to get selected. They think there's something wrong with coaching, or my I'm not spending enough time on batting or bowling. So they look for all these opportunities, but my experience has not been good. Somebody who's just played the game in the right amounts, right reputations, I've seen all of them progressing now.
So if I can look at it, this is trust the process and everything will follow, rather than jumping around different places and you know all. There are many coaches who give you different answers, right?
Yeah, see, there is this one which says that cricket cannot be taught, it has to be learned. I think the parents should learn that, provide a good safe environment. And if your child has got the ability, because this is an art, like I always keep saying, it's as much an art as it is a science. So if your child has the ability, of course he or she will make it.
Thank you, sir. Moving on to the second question: what role should parents play in the child's development as a cricketer? How involved they should be in the matches and practice session?
Okay, that's a good question, which people think that more is better. I think it is in cricket, it is less is better, especially with intervention of parents, whether it is in practice or matches. See, this is a sport when your child has to excel, he or she will be alone in the center. Nobody will be there with him. In fact, the coach is outside the line, the parent is outside the line. You should get your child to get into the habit of delivering all alone. It is his career, he has to make a path for himself. We are only helping hands. We cannot be getting onto the field and doing any kind of help to him. He or she has to deliver. Now, the parents involvement, yes, on and off, like how you see a school teacher once a year, or once in 6 months, you see, yes, just to understand
A general report
a
from the coach.
report, the progress of the child, that's fine. But involving in, I see a lot of parents, literally every ball they're getting involved in the sense, they're not, they're not coming and talking to the coaches in our academy, because we don't allow that. But I can see in their face what they're expecting, literally every ball.
Boundary
But
line coaching, I
the
would say.
boundary line coaching also is there. And cricket is a sport where the best have failed more than they have succeeded. So it becomes very difficult. It is indirectly you're putting pressure on your child by telling that the whole family is dependent on my sport, which is not a good thing. You're adding to his pressure. So as far as possible, be away, and once or twice an intervention should be fine. Otherwise, allow him or her to grow as an individual, because he or she has to deliver in the middle as an individual.
And also decision making. The young
Obviously,
children to
yeah, obviously, young children, the earlier you allow them to be free and do what they want to, they take their own decisions instead of the parent, trying to handhold them. How long can you do it?
Thank you, sir. Third question is from a player. How do I realistically plan for a career in cricket, considering both opportunities and challenges come with the sport?
Yeah, it's a very good, relevant question, because a lot of youngsters are facing this. See, the thing about cricket is the challenges, yes, the competition across the country is very, very high. And the data which speaks are certainly not in favor of anybody who wants to take up a career. But to answer this person is one thing, one basic thing: if you want to become a cricketer, you got to be good. Because even the statistics say that 330, 340 have played for the country, test players, in the last 90 years. So that is not a good, encouraging data for anyone to take up a career. So if you have to take up a career, the basic minimum is you got to be good. First thing. After that, your process, your work on your psychological skills, your tactical skills, your physical skills, all that starts counting, provided you have the God given technical ability of what I mean is it's a simple bat swing, a simple good action with good alignment. If you're blessed with these basic things, if you're going to start learning this, I don't see anybody making a career. So if you have it, then there is a possibility. First check whether you have it. Now how do you check? Are you being recognized at your 14 levels, 16 levels, 19 levels, 23 levels? Is every club calling you, come play for our club? Every school, college team is calling you, come play for us? Or are you pushing yourself? Can I get a chance? Can I get here? So if the signal should be, if you're good, there are enough and more clubs they call you. There are enough and more clubs who give you a batting number, who give you the ball when it is required. Otherwise, if you're going to use your parents to push that and whatever avenues they have to, get him to bat opening, get him to bat top order, this is not going to last long. So the bottom line and the final answer to this is, before taking up or making a career of cricket, first check whether you have it.
And tick the boxes which are.
First, that is the first box. If you have it, then only you can. You cannot, if you don't have those basics, you cannot learn that. By the time you learn, you'll be too old. It doesn't, so like how we go to the school and college, we don't know when we enter, when we put our child into a school or college, that what is a career he or she going to choose. It is after that how they excel. So it is just simply, I want to start a career in cricket. If I'm good, okay, good luck to you. But if you're not good,
Yeah.
it is not worth it.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for viewing us. Do like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube page. We are back on the first of every month.
Thank you.